does that sound? Okay. This is Elizabeth. I'm here with Matt and Way. It's June 18th. What's the address of this?
2163 North 41st Street.
Okay, great. And could you introduce yourself quickly?
My name is Kazao. I go by Mae, which is what Tommy have told you guys. I just moved here. Well, I moved here in October, and then I moved out in November to live with my sister, and I just recently moved back last weekend. So, that's my time being here, but we used to live down the block on 40th over there. We lived there for probably 3 to 5 years. And then a few years back, we also lived down the street on 40th and Lloyd. We lived there for a good 2-3 years. We've been moving.
Just between places in Washington Park you've been moving?
Yeah. Well, the place we lived on 40th and Lloyd, we lived there for 2 to 3 years, like I said. And then we moved to a neighborhood in Miller Parkway. And then we moved to the house on 40th and Garfield over there, and we lived there for about 3 to 5 years.
What was your favorite house?
My favorite house out of these houses that I listed,
Yeah.
I would say, I don't know. I guess I would say this one, just because it's a lot smaller, and to me, I like small places because it makes me feel comfortable. And I get my own room. Because the other houses, I had to share my room. But this house, I get my own room. So.
Who are you sharing your room with in your other houses?
The first house on 40th and Lloyd, I shared a room with my mom. And then the house on 40th and Garfield right there, I shared a room with my niece. So.
And so you prefer it much better now?
Yeah.
To share. So what was the house that probably maybe you stayed there for the longest amount of time, or you had the most memories or experiences there? Which house really sticks out to you? Is that?
Well, the house I stayed longest at was the one on 40th and Garfield. Memories, I guess just I spend a lot of time with my nieces and nephews. So my memories are mostly with them, just watching them grow up, babysitting them, and watching them get hurt, taken to the hospital.
Oh, what happened?
I had a nephew. At that time, I think he was about 2 or 3 years old, and we had cement stairways outside, so I guess no one was there watching him. But I guess he fell down the stairs, and he had a really big cut right on top of his eyebrows. And our neighbor saw him, and she brought him over, and he was bleeding a lot, so we had to rush him to the emergency room.
So your neighbor was actually the one?
Yeah, because they're always outside. Yeah, just watching.
So do you have good relationships with your neighbors?
I would say I do personally, but my family members, they say they don't. I guess because they don't talk to them or something. But
why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe I know my mom is scared because, it is kind of in a dangerous neighborhood because, there are shootings around here and there are criminals around this neighborhood. So my mom's kind of paranoid, but me, I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't be scared of them because that gives, I don't know, that makes me feel less powerful, and I like to feel powerful. So if I'm, I like to be friendly with them, and, if they come off rude to me, then I'll just shrug it off because, that's not my problem. That's how I feel about it.
So, do you know any of the neighbors or have friendships with them or?
No, I don't even know their names. I just talk to them sometimes here and there.
What do you think makes a good neighbor then?
I have a neighbor right across the alley. He always keeps watch on our house, like, cause sometimes we have like some little boys that comes and use our water hose, or like the turtle incident that I was telling you guys when you guys got here, that someone stole my mom's turtle.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know.
Someone just stole your mom?
Yeah, because my mom likes to keep it out in the garden where she put the gate around her garden. I don't know if it's still there, but and I guess they saw the turtle, so they just came and took the turtle, and no one was out there watching, but our neighbor was out there, and he saw it, and he was trying to tell my mom, but I guess my mom wasn't comprehending what he was trying to say, so but she did find out that someone took her turtle, and she was pretty upset about it, but I asked the neighbor about it, and he said, yeah, it was some kids that came and took the turtle.
Oh no, that's really sad.
Yeah.
How long did you have the turtle for?
My mom had it for about half a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does your mom do?
My mom, she just stays home. She lives off of welfare and food stamps and stuff like that. And I think she gets Social Security income. I think she does. In the summertime, sometimes she does harvesting, like picking apples out in Mequon, I think. And whatever they have to do for her up there, then she goes. And she gets paid like $10 an hour.
Okay.
Which is what she's doing right now.
Does she like the neighborhood here?
She personally doesn't, but she feels like she has no choice because she bought this house, and the house was foreclosed, and we fixed the whole house. So I guess this house was the only one in her budget. So she felt like she had no choice, which I told her, you could wait and see if there are other houses in a better neighborhood. But she's like, when she does something, she likes to rush. She's like, oh no, if I want something, I want it right now. So she didn't want to wait, so she got this house. It's more like she's just settling for less. But it's okay. Nothing's bad really happened so far.
Who do you actually live here with?
Downstairs here on the first level is my mom, my brother, my nephew, and me. Or not really me, but right now I'm staying down here temporarily. But upstairs, it's my brother and his family. He has a wife and 2 kids and one on the way. And my bedroom is upstairs, so I guess I would live upstairs.
So did you all move in at the same time, like together?
No. My mom moved in first, and then my brother and my nephew, they moved in after the whole house was fixed. And then my brother, they just moved in March, I think. Yep.
It's a big family.
Yep, it's a full house. In this little tiny house, it's a full house.
And there's lots of different generations as well. Like you said, you got your brother and his wife, and then like little kids. And your mother, like, how old is your mom?
My mom, she's 69 years old.
So what's that like, having all these different generations? Kind of.
It's very, well, to me, from my experience, it's very hectic because, we all have our different point of views in life, and sometimes we get along, sometimes we don't. Regular family drama. But I kind of like it too because, we do try to understand each other and see each other's point of views. Yeah.
You said that you have different views in life.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things are you talking about there?
Just experiences, like if I'm doing something and my mom already knows the outcome because she's already done it, she's gonna be like, oh no, you're so stupid, don't do that because I already know what's gonna happen. And then I don't listen to her because, I'm like, well, I think I know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna do it anyway. And it turns out my mom was right. Okay, then I understand, like, okay, yeah, she was right.
Yeah, that's how it always is. Mother knows.
Yeah.
That's what my mom says to me. So what would you say is your favourite part of the neighbourhood?
The neighborhood, my favorite part, I don't know. I think the neighbors are pretty friendly. I like that there's a park right there. I don't go to it, but I just like it that it's available right there. Whenever I want to go, then I can just walk down the street. I have walked down to the park with my previous dog that I had, and it was pretty nice.
Yeah, we noticed there was lots of kids out on
Mhm.
the street when we pulled
Yeah,
up.
there are a lot of kids out playing, especially in the summertime. I don't mind it, but my mom doesn't like it because sometimes they come and use our water hose, and she doesn't like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where did you actually grow up?
I was born and raised here in Milwaukee, but I was raised more in the north side on 44th and Villard. Yeah, that's where I grew up. And at that time, the neighborhood, it was really good. Like, we had really good neighbors. Everyone knew each other, and everyone looked out for each other. But sometimes I drive through it nowadays, and it's like, I don't know, it's like a complete different atmosphere there. But
How do you think it's changed?
I think over there the economy has really gone really down because I don't know, the roads are really bad, and the houses they all look like broken down, and I don't know, it's just not the same anymore. Not the same vibe.
Was that part of the reason why you moved from there? Like, what was the reason?
Oh no, I actually don't know the reason because I was still very young. I was like 11 when we moved. I guess. I did ask my mom about it, and from what she said, we moved because I guess we couldn't afford the house no more. So she sold it to my half brother, and then we started because we bought that house, and then we started renting because my mom couldn't afford it anymore because my dad passed away in November of 2000, and we stayed there. I think I was like 8 or 9 when he passed, and then yeah, we stayed there a few years later, and then we moved over here.
Did a lot of things change after that? After your father passed?
It did in the family because like, I don't know, being monk, we all look up to our elders, our family members, our relatives and stuff. But I guess after my dad passed away, I felt like our relatives didn't acknowledge us anymore, and I don't know. I guess they don't. From what my mom says, they don't like her, so they don't really call us to like family events or family events anymore. Um, Nowadays they still don't, but my brothers sometimes they keep in touch with our cousins, and you know, oh, we're doing this today, okay, and then they invite us, but it's not like intentionally like, oh, because like when you plan something and you want to invite someone, you always call them right when you plan it, but usually when people call you last minute, it's like they wasn't really thinking about you. That's just how I see it.
But do you still have? What's your sense of family right now with how you're living? Do you feel it's strong? What does it mean to you, family, right now?
My family, we're pretty strong. We've had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of disowning each other, like, yeah, go away, you're not my daughter, or you're not my sister or brother anymore. But we've actually grew pretty strong from all that. I think we're all, because I'm the youngest, so we're all old now, and we're more wise, so we understand each other more. So it's pretty good. We have good relationship.
What's that like being the youngest? Because Tommy was telling me a lot about his responsibilities as being the eldest son in the Mong family.
Mm-hmm.
So could you tell us a little bit about your experience as being the youngest?
Being the youngest, everyone's always keeping an eye out for me. And to me, that's kind of, it's a good thing, but it's also annoying sometimes because it's like, I need my own personal space, and it's like, to me, I think like, like it's your life. You live your own life. You make your own decisions. You make your own mistakes. You know, that's how I see it. And I get it. They're just looking out for me. But I was just kind of like, okay, just leave me alone. Let me make my own mistakes, and I'll get myself out of it eventually. That's how I see it. But I appreciate their help and stuff. I do have responsibilities. I did grow up with hand-me-downs, and I was always the last one to get to choose something.
Right.
But growing up, I didn't have a job until I was 18 at the end of my senior year. And so after that, I guess I grew to become independent. So I spoil myself. Everything I have, I bought it for myself. And my mom's proud of me for that because, growing up, I've always had hand-me-down. So I feel like I deserve, like, my own things. So.
Yeah, you said the word feeling powerful
Mm-hmm.
earlier. I thought that was interesting. What other kind of ways do you, achieve that feeling powerful and independent?
I don't know. I guess I don't like depending on other people, Like, sometimes, like, if I really need help, then I'll ask for help. But most of the time, I don't like getting help, but I do like helping others.
What kind of things do you do on a typical day?
Typical day, well, nowadays, I work third shift, so I try to get my sleep. I don't know, because right now, my life is kind of, like, shifting because I just got done babysitting, like last week. So right now I moved in and I'm just working on my bedroom upstairs. I'm painting it, and that's all I'm doing to it right now. And that's basically what I've been doing, just sleep, paint my room, do whatever my mom wants me to do around the house.
What color are you painting your room?
The wall is it's like an aqua, a dark aqua, and then the borders are white.
So you're like really trying to put like a lot of yourself into the place, I guess.
Yeah.
How do you make the decisions of like how to arrange the space, or like what you want to buy and furnish your house with? How do you make those decisions?
Well, my room is really small. It's like literally like a bit as big as like a big walk-in closet. So what I'm gonna do to my bed, because I have a full-size bed, and with my bed in there, I have like about like this much walk space. And so what I'm gonna do to my bed is I'm gonna loft it, and then I don't really have a closet, just a little triangle closet at the corner, but that's not gonna fit all my clothes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loft my bed and build a closet under my loft.
So making the most of the space.
Yeah.
Basically.
Mhm.
There's like loads of plants in here.
Yeah, my mom loves plants. She likes herbal plants. Yeah.
One of our other groups that's doing interviews was talking about the importance of nature among people.
Yep.
Could you talk about that a little bit?
I don't know much about it, but I know that my mom, I guess there's a theory that, I don't know if other cultures have it, but my mom always told me that it's always good to have plants in the house, or like something herbal that, keep the house safe. Like, I don't know, like she has this one plant out there. I forgot which one it is, but she says that plant is to watch over the house. I don't know what that means, but that's what she said about the plant. So I'm like, okay. And then she also has plants to like, I don't know, like if you get like burns or, scratches, then she has something to put over that, like an ointment. Yeah.
You said that she said to keep safe.
Mhm.
Like what is that to keep safe from?
Just bad things, like bad spirits and bad auras.
Have you had any experience with bad spirits?
Kind of, but it was a long time ago. I was 14, and I was 14, and I I thought I saw a little spirit boy, but I didn't know it was a spirit. So after that, like after I saw the little boy, because it was just like a glimpse, like someone you see walking past by. So, but the boy was alone, so I turned around and the boy was gone. So I'm like confused, like, okay, like, is the boy lost, or. So after that incident, I started feeling like very like delirious, and I was just like always tired, and I was sleeping all the time, and I missed school for like 2.5, 3 weeks because of that. And I don't know, I guess I just had like some hallucinations. Like I remember the boy telling, or whatever it was, spirit telling me that I'm gonna die at a certain time. So I was telling my mom about it, and so she had Pastor Rushing Dong come and pray for me. And then after he came and prayed for me, I got better. And that was when I got more involved with the church and stuff. But yeah, that was all that I experienced.
That was the only experience
Mm-hmm.
you've had. Okay. And how long ago was that?
I was 14, 22 now, so that was like 7 years ago, 6.
So it wasn't. What house was it in?
It was down on 31st and Cherry down there. So it's more further away from Washington Park.
You said that when you saw the spirit, whereabouts in the house were you?
Actually, I wasn't at a house. I was at what mall was it? I think we were at Southridge Mall in the parking lot, trying to find a parking space. It was me, my niece, and my nephew's wife in the car.
Okay. And I'm wondering if the way you decorate your home or the layout of your home is influenced at all by the idea of spirits or the presence of spirits, or maybe there's a part in the home which you feel has more presence or more of an aura, or it doesn't have to be your experiences, or maybe your family members' experiences of that.
Not in this house. Not that I know of. No one's talked about it to me in this house. Yeah.
What about in your other houses?
My other houses, not so much either. But the house on 40th and Garfield down there, there's this one time my mom brought home a stray cat from a farm that she went to, and I guess the cat jumped into her car and she didn't know, so she drove off and she brought it home with her. And I really liked the cat. I'm not into cats, but I just really liked that cat for some reason, and so I decided to keep the cat. And I guess my brother and his girlfriend, they said that ever since the cat came in, they would see like black shadows walk around the house. I've never seen it, and so I got rid of the cat. Yeah.
You got rid of the cat for that reason?
Yeah. 'Cause I don't know. 'Cause I didn't want anything to happen to my family, or because my brother, he is a shaman. That's why he has that. That's his I guess, how do I say it? His shaman spirit's home, and that's where when he's about to perform a ritual, he's supposed to like clean it up and set it up, and then he's supposed to pray to it, and chant some stuff, and then he does his ritual.
What does the ritual involve?
Healing, Some healing, talking to spirits, and entering the other world and see what's going on over there.
Did he put that together himself?
No, he can't, because if it's yours, you can't put it together yourself. Someone else has to do it for you. I think that's how it goes. But
Like who?
like your relatives, brothers. Mhm.
And is it the objects in it? Are they arranged in a certain way?
Yeah, but I don't really understand it.
You don't know.
No.
You're not involved. Do you feel like you're less involved in things like this?
I am, because I'm a churchgoer, and my family, like everyone, they're all like, they practice shamanism, and I'm the only one that goes to church. But I don't know. I guess being from like a family that does this and going to church, I get to experience both sides. So to me, like, I came to an understanding, like God wants us to love our neighbors like we would love ourselves, And so I respect them for their beliefs and their practices. And, like, I do participate in it, because to me, like, I feel like this is just part of being Hmong. And me being Hmong, I don't see anything wrong with participating in this and also believing in God. Because I don't think God would forbid that. Or me personally, I don't think he would.
So it's a combined experience. You have like religion, it's like Christian, and then also you've grown up with being around shamanism.
Yep.
So were you shaman at one point?
Yep, I grew up being shaman, and then after my family, we were all shamans until my dad passed away, and then like a year or two later, my mom joined the church with Tommy, where me and Tommy are in. She was in the church for a while until I was 18, and that was when my brothers, they became shamans that does that. So she decided to convert back to shamanism, and I decided to stay in the church.
So you're the only family member that is.
Mhm.
Okay. And what was the main reasons why? Is there anything that prompted you to want to change that?
To Christianity?
Yeah.
Well, I guess with the incident that with the spirit incident, that because I felt like I felt the power of the Holy Spirit saving me, because pastor came and prayed for me, and that means God is real to me. And I gave my life to God when I was 16 or 17, and so that was when I experienced the Holy Spirit. And I do believe that I am blessed with the Holy Spirit. So and I just don't feel like God wouldn't turn his back on me, so I don't want to turn my back on him.
How do your family members feel about you changing?
They don't like it. They always tell me like, "Oh, why don't you just come back and become a shaman with us?" And I'm like, well, like, it's not that I'm not, but I don't know. I guess I feel like they don't understand where I'm coming from, because I don't know, like, they just don't understand, because it's like, to me, I feel like God wouldn't forbid me, because he lets me make my own decisions, and so I feel like I have to keep my loyalty to God too, So right now I'm still kind of iffy about it. Yeah.
What church do you go to?
I go to Salvation Church of God with Tommy.
Okay. That's how you met him?
Yep. I met him a super long time ago, a few years ago when his family used to live down here.
Do you know many other Hmong Christian people?
I know a few. Mostly members from the church, and I know a few that goes to some other churches too.
Do you, do they kind of live nearby? I mean, what's the network like around here for Hmong people?
I don't know, because I don't know a lot of people and I don't really interact with them much.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have some church members that live around here. We have a church member that lives down there on 37th and Garfield over there.
Sorts of running about. Where's that come from?
Oh, the kids upstairs.
The kids upstairs.
Yeah.
Do you know them?
Yeah, my nieces and
nephews.
nephews.
Your nieces and nephews live upstairs. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
They're energetic.
Yeah. My nephew just turned 6 on Wednesday, and my niece just turned 4 like in April.
How do they get on at school?
My sister-in-law takes my nephew to school, and then my niece, she's gonna start school in the fall.
And what was your experience like at school, high school maybe?
High school, it was pretty good. I went to St. Joe Antietam High School in Algara Private Catholic School downtown on Van Buren. It was pretty neat. I liked it. No distraction from boys. It was pretty. I liked it. I wasn't like the best straight A student. But I wasn't the worst student either.
Do you have good memories from there?
I guess I did, just a lot of funny moments where, being clumsy, walking down the stairs, having fun with friends.
Mm-hmm. What kind of changes have you seen in the neighborhood since you've been living here?
I don't know. I guess everyone in the neighborhood, they're trying to like become better people, and they want to get to know each other more. That's what I see.
And what changes would you like to see in the neighborhood?
I think more respect for privacy, and less crimes like breaking into cars. When we lived on 40th and Garfield, I had a Honda Accord, and someone broke into it. So.
Oh, what happened?
They just broke the back window, and I had an alarm, so the alarm went off. So I think they ran away because nothing was stolen.
So do you feel like your privacy is sometimes invaded? Because you said, in what ways?
Like walking through our yard, I feel like it's kind of rude.
Walking through?
The side of the yard.
So other people just walk through like people you don't know, strangers?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes they sit in the front balcony or in the front porch. And it's like, I don't mind it personally, but it's like, at least ask, before you use our property.
How would you say that you use the neighborhood the most? Like, what do you get out of it? What are your main daily activities maybe? How far away do you travel from home? Things like that.
Well, I work less than 5 minutes away on 32nd and Center down there. That's the farthest I travel from work. From here to work, that's less than 5 minutes. The neighborhood, I don't know. I guess I just like talking to my neighbors. I like that they look out for each other.
And are you a college student?
I will be in the fall. I was back in 2011, 2012. And then it's been 3 years since I've been to school, and I'm going back in fall.
Why are you choosing to go back now?
Well, I've always wanted to go back, but the time was never right, yeah. But I'm excited to go back now because it's better late than never.
What are you looking to study?
I was studying elementary education in my first year, but going back, I'm gonna change it to accounting.
So, well, you must have chosen elementary education for a reason. Is it because you like working with kids?
Yeah, I liked working with kids. Like babysitting my nieces and nephews. I watched them grow up, and I just really like the idea of seeing kids grow and teaching them.
So you feel kind of the way you've looked over your younger siblings and family was being rewarding, like you just really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay, so why are you changing?
I don't know, just change of interest, and I guess taking some courses in elementary education. I just wasn't that interested into it as I thought I would be.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, something about houses, like for this shaman stuff, like you said you don't use that often. Your brother may use it. Other family members use that shamans.
Yeah. Only the ones that has the gift to speak to the spirits, they use it. But this is my brother's, so everyone that is gifted, they have their own.
So what is here when you first moved in, or put it later?
When I moved in, it was here because my brother moved in before me, but they always bring it every time they move somewhere.
Yeah, and you said when you're before you moved in, your family fixed the house
Yep.
a lot. What did you guys do?
I know they put drywall on the wall. They fixed all the walls. They fixed some of the windows. I don't think they fixed the ones out here, but some were cracked, and so and some were broken that we couldn't open. So they installed new windows. We put new flooring on there. Of course, we painted it. And we fixed all the lights and all the electricity because the house was foreclosed when my mom bought it. So there was a lot of things broken with it. New doors, new frames.
And for a lot of the old cabinets that were there when you just moved in, like the cabinet in the kitchen.
We have some new cabinets. The one in the pantry. I think those are old, and they just kind of fixed
Those
it.
are new, you're saying?
Those are I don't think that's the house. The counter is new. The one with the microwave. We've always had that, so we brought it here with us.
And
But-
what is this?
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But it's something to do with this too, but I don't know what that is.
You don't even know who put up there.
I'm pretty sure my mom did, but I don't know what it's for. Because we usually, when they do that, because that's been there for a while, and when they do that, they usually pour it out right away, but I don't know what mom's doing with it.
So besides like those like religious like conflict, sort of, you're having both. Maybe sometimes you find you're more Christian rather than shamans. Other thing you find you're more common with your family, like you guys eat together, or other things that you find that actually makes your family.
Yeah, we eat together, when we're all home, then we do eat together. We have bonding time. We sit here and watch TV. sometimes we do our own things, but we're in the same room, Wi-Fi party. Yeah.
Who was the one cook?
Huh?
Who was
Everyone cooks sometimes, My mom cooks, I cook, my brothers cook. Everyone cooks.
So what is your favorite spot in this room, like this house?
My favorite spot in this house, I guess it would be in the kitchen and in that living room. I don't know. Food is where the kitchen is.
I spend a lot of time in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Making what kinds of food?
Baked chickens, a lot of Asian dishes that I grew up eating. Mhm.
Did your mom teach you cook ever?
Yeah, she did. She cooked me, and then she taught me how to cook. My brothers taught me how to cook. They taught me everything I knew.
Could you give us an example of a dish that she taught you?
What did my mom teach me? She taught me a lot of things. She taught me how to make boiled chicken. How to clean the chicken and chop it up, and then boil it with some what are those things called? With some I forgot what they're called, but there's some kind of herbs and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually my favorite dish.
So what did you have today?
Today, I just had some baked chickens.
Yeah, because when we walked in, we smelled something really good. I don't know if it's food or something that.
That is, yeah, I smell that too, and I don't like it, but I don't know. It's something that my mom made herself. But I don't know what it is.
Have you ever asked your mom, what is that? Mom, did you make it?
Yeah, she made it. I did ask her, because that smell bothers me. But she did tell me what it is, but not exactly. So I don't know what it's called. But
It's food.
for her, yeah. I mean, I don't eat it. But she did show me what it is.
Yeah, I felt the same smile when I walked into the CNS grocery store.
Okay, yeah.
The same smell. I think it must be food, but I don't know exactly what kinds of
Yeah.
food, but I don't know.
I think I don't know what it is. I think it's like a snack or something because it looks like a cookie, like a brownie cookie, but I don't know what it is. I don't want to eat it.
You'll see your mom eating that.
Yeah.
The other family member eat it?
No.
Only your mom?
Yeah, only my mom.
So it's like even other family members, they don't eat it. Your mom just kept cooking for herself like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, sometimes my mom cooks a lot of things that my brothers, they don't eat. Sometimes I eat it with her. Mm-hmm. Most of the time I eat whatever she cooks. Yeah.
So have you been to the grocery store I mentioned? CNS? The grocery store?
I haven't been to it, but I have heard of it.
So where did you go to shop? Grocery?
Me grocery, I don't know, it depends what I need, but mostly I go to Pick and Save or Walmart. Sometimes if we're making a really fancy Hmong dish, then we go to the Viet store on North Avenue.
And it's easier, you can find a lot of recipes that there rather than Pick and Save and Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah, when we're making Asian dishes like pho or kapong. Mm-hmm.
And you also maybe use something like your mom grow, some of the spices. Do you use that stuff?
Yeah, she just started her garden this year, but her garden she's growing cilantro. I think she's about to plant some chili peppers, and I think she has green onions and some other greens.
So she has a garden now.
Yeah, a little garden out there
Where
in
is
the
it?
back.
In the back?
Yeah, where that little fence is. I think it's still there.
Yeah, we saw the baby cilantro.
Yeah.
And other plants.
Mint.
Mint? Yeah,
Yeah.
so mint.
Mm-hmm.
So what mint is what do you use mint for?
Sometimes we put that in our pho. Yeah.
Yeah, I had that in the restaurant too.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that you have big, fancy Hmong dish. What is a fancy Hmong dish?
Like sometimes we make like a lot of like batches and batches of egg rolls or batches of fresh rolls or like a big pot of kaupong or pho or larb.
So food is like an important part of family life.
Yeah.
Does it become part of the routine almost, of daily routine?
Kind of, not really, like if it's just like everyday, regular day like this, we just cook whatever we feel like eating, like baked chicken or, just stir up some stir fry.
So the family member, they cook for the family or cook for individual, like they cook for themselves?
Oh no, we always cook for each other. Cook
other.
enough for the whole family to eat. Yeah, that's how we grew up, so.
Yeah, I heard that the daughter we just interviewed, like she's the oldest daughter, and she cooked for the family. And she enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoy cooking for my family too. Yeah.
Yeah, also just go back a little bit for the counter, the microwave counter you just mentioned. You brought it from somewhere else? Previous house?
Yeah, I think my mom went and bought that because the first time I saw that was at the house over there on 40th and Lloyd, which was the house that we lived in for like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, I saw similar counter in Tommy's house place with the microwave. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just for, I don't know, is it convenient for you, like having that like small counter?
Yeah, it is because, with the new counters, we don't have a lot of space in the little kitchen, so that's very convenient for the microwave. My brother, he's using my microwave that I had when I went to college. He's using that, he put that in the pantry because there's like a little counter in the pantry. So that's where he keeps his microwave, which is okay too.
Who organized the stuff in the pantry room?
My mom. Yeah, if we move one little thing, she would be so upset. She'd be like, no, you guys moved it to the wrong place. Then she have to like redo everything.
And do you know what exactly she wants you guys to put?
No.
Where?
Nope, we don't. Yeah, I mean sometimes it depends. Like like if it's where everything else is, like where all the knives are in like a little shelf, then we put all the knives there. But most of the time, we just put everything where we think it goes, but it's not there. So.
So did you have those pantry rooms in your previous houses?
Yep. The houses around this neighborhood, they all usually have a pantry.
And have you seen other Hmong friends country room like this, similar or?
Yep. I've never really been to a lot of houses, but the ones that I do go to, they do have a pantry too, and same setting.
Yes, it's actually, I wasn't exactly, but it's very similar to Tommy's country too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's all.
Okay.
Do you guys have any questions? What minute are we on? Okay, it's coming up to 50.
I think we covered it pretty good. Good.
Are there any other memories or stories that really stand out to you about growing up here, or the houses, or maybe moving from house? Like, how many houses have you moved from? How many times have you moved?
From the house I grew up in, that house down there in 40th and Lloyd, which is that one, and then we moved to the house on Miller Parkway, and we moved to the house on 31st and Cherry, and then we moved to that house on 40th and Garfield, and then we moved here, so 5 times. Well, me personally, I moved like 6-7 times because I moved to college in Platteville, and then I moved back here, and then I moved out on my own to Cudahy, and I moved back here. So I've been back and forth.
How
That's
do
oh, sorry. That's a lot of moving.
Yeah, it is.
And like, not necessarily to do if you move into college, but more about the family moving. So every time you move, your entire family is coming with you. Do they come with you, or like, what's the main reason for moving?
I don't know. Just a new place, cheaper rent.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
how do you feel about moving? Do you like moving?
I don't mind it. No.
How does your mom feel about moving?
She doesn't like to move. That's why she bought a house so we can like settle down and just stay at one place.
So for what reason she doesn't like moving? She complain about moving for, is it too much work or what?
I don't know. I guess she just doesn't like moving around, like hopping from house to house. She just likes to stay at one place, but I guess things change.
So where were your mom before she came to the States from Laos?
Yep. Mhm.
And have ever she like talked about her days back in Laos to you?
No, not to me.
Not to you?
No, I don't really ask her about it, but my mom, she is an orphan. Both her parents passed away when she was young, so I think she had 2 or 3 brothers, and they all passed away, and I think she's the only one left now.
So she moved to the States alone or with?
No, she was married to my dad, and they both moved together here. Yeah, the house that they moved here, the first house that I know of, was somewhere on what is that? Fond du Lac and North Avenue down there.
Yeah. So the person Zongse I just talked to at Hafa, he actually he was a refugee from Laos, and he said when he escaped from Laos to Thailand, on the way that they couldn't even sleep and they don't want to move because their day is back, and they kept moving. He just want to settle down.
Yeah.
Somewhere. I don't know. I'm just curious to learn your mom's reason about settlement.
Yeah.
Yeah, younger people, American people, don't mind moving in general.
Yeah. My brother, my second oldest brother, he moved to Arkansas like 2 or 3 years ago, and my first time visiting was in April, and I really liked it there. So my plan is that if I'm not married, because when in the Hmong culture, if you're married, then you have to go with your husband. So if I'm not married yet, after college, then I do plan to move down there because I like it down there.
What attracts you from there? Like, what is drawing you to go there?
My brother's down there, and I think everyone else is planning to move down there. So, I just really like it down there, like all the country roads, because I like driving, so I can like country road and not so many potholes like here in Milwaukee. And I just like the sightseeing there, and I heard that it's cheaper down there, because when I was down there, because when I was living in Cudahy, I had a 2-bedroom for $550, which I don't think is bad at all. But I guess down there is way cheaper, because there was a lady down there. She asked me about rent up here, and so I told her that was what I was paying, and she told me, well, I have a 2-bedroom down here for $400. So I'm like, what? Like, that is very cheap. So I guess it's cheaper down there. So that's one of the reasons.
And you're all moving together?
Yeah, that's the plan.
How far away is that? Because I'm not from here. So.
That's about 12 to 13 hours driving.
How are you going to do that? Take everything?
Yeah, we'll have to rent a U-Haul.
Yeah, because I was thinking, you said this is moved.
We put that in the U-Haul.
You put that in the U-Haul?
Yeah.
Okay. Must have seen a few places then over its time.
It makes moving so difficult.
Yeah, it does. It does, because you have to make room for it.
The tiny little stuff.
Yep, we have to carefully move those too.
When are you planning on do you know when you're actually planning on moving there?
Probably after I'm done with college. Yeah, which is about like in like maybe 3 to 4 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thanks.